Good afternoon or evening, whenever it might be that you're taking a moment to watch this. My name is Melissa Ginther, and I have the opportunity to walk your seniors through Catholic social teaching and vocations. You can see a picture of me and my twin here, so I'm the one on the left. I do a lot with campus ministry here at Pius. I also coach softball, and I enjoy all of the things I have the opportunity to do. I'm not at mini class night tonight because I have to be in Texas for grad school this weekend, and it just wasn't able to work out. They didn't align well. Just a side note, the best way to contact me is via email. I'm not in my classroom from class period to class period, but I do try to leave no email left unread at the end of the day. So feel free to email me. I try to respond as quickly as possible. Last semester, we had an interdisciplinary seminar kind of as a capstone course for your seniors, and the hope is that the practical implications of who Christ is kind of hit the road, or the rubber hits the road this semester. So I'll propose the church's strong advocacy for human life, and I hope they gain an appreciation for that and a long-standing promotion of the common good, but we'll particularly nestle it within our American context. Post-spring break, we'll challenge seniors to think about how not only this semester, but just their entire time at Pius and their entire time being formed within their own homes and within Catholic education has prepared them to promote the common good in tangible ways as they go forth from here into colleges in a few short months, which is exciting and nerve-wracking and all the things. Just a reminder, Works of Mercy are due Wednesday, April 15th. I don't have much to do with it as a theology teacher, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew the deadline and the date because I think it has some implications regarding graduation even if seniors don't get them in time. So I just wanted to make sure you had that date on your radar. The foundation for our course is really who Christ is, right? That he first loves us, but his also call in Matthew 22 to love God with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, right? To become a saint, but also to love our neighbor as ourselves. So we use this kind of as the leaping pad from which we spring into all of our discussions. Throughout the week, try to break it up a little bit. So lecture or discussion 2 days a week, prep for a debate or a group presentation 1 day a week, usually 2 days a week of presenting, so these will kind of oscillate back and forth. And then those who present, so they'll present 2 to 3 projects throughout the semester, but debates are going to be where these weekly synthesis papers that you see a note of down in this left-hand corner come in. If a team wins a debate, they get a bonus point on their final average, so they can have up to 3 bonus points on their overall grade for this semester by the end of the semester. If a team loses, they have to do a simple half-page or 250-word reflection, or they can do a 2-minute selfie-style video. And then Fridays we do prayer and review games and try to have a little bit of time to fellowship. Throughout this semester we'll have some interesting and fun debates, I think. We'll look at just war theory, we'll look at immigration reform, economic reform, all kinds of things. This week we're getting into our discussion between the church and some objectivist thoughts, particularly surrounding some economic principles. Should we replace people with kiosk? Goodwill, my apologies for the email that just popped up in the corner. There's a Goodwill standard in which some employees were paid less than minimum wage due to the fact that they were disabled employees and they weren't able to actively do enough work to merit a minimum wage job, and it is legal within our country. So why would that be the case? What would the church say about it? What would Rand say about it? Are there some underlying principles that we would need to probe to understand why that might be the case? And so a lot of these won't be as clear-cut as maybe they sound at first, and it's really interesting to watch your young people really dive into these. So our conversation partners on some of these questions will be the people that you see here. So Freud, Marx, Singer, Sanger, and Rand. None of them agree with the church. And the aim is not to sway your students away from the church, but to really bring in some of the voices that really have shaped a lot of our society and our current climate, but also to show them the stark contrast and to help them be able to engage that worldview in a good and civil manner. If our students can have difficult conversations when they leave, I feel like I'm winning as a teacher. So my hope is that they're empowered to understand and hold a true Catholic worldview and come to better understand why other major ideologies believe what they believe, right? And why the church, to what extent the church could agree or disagree with those particular stances. So grades, I'm not going to read you all of these. However, the one you probably want to know about the most is final exam. So students can exempt the final if they had an A last semester and if they have an A at the end of the regular course this semester. as well as essentially an A in attendance. So they could have missed up to 9 classes last semester and up to 8 classes this semester. Please email me with any questions. I hope to let students know if for some reason they had an A last semester and it looks like they missed too many classes within the next couple of weeks, so that we can start to iron that out far before we arrive at the end of our semester. That's all I have. Thank you so much for your time.